Hey, it's like a Saturn LLC. Today's date's February 21st, 2024. And in this film, we'll be building a rabbit hutch. So let me put out the supplies I have so far right now because it'll be like a 2-3 step process. So these are 2x4x8s. I got 12 of those. I got two things of wire. And as you can see, there are ½ inch by 1 inch mesh. And then I got four 2x4x12s here, and then I ended up purchasing some fast and tight fence nails, and then some 2.5 inch wood screws. So as of right now, with just these supplies I showed you guys, the total was $151.08. So I'm gonna try to keep track of everything I spent on this project here. So I'm gonna do that. I sat down and drew a couple designs kind of on what I wanted. So here's one of them. It was just like this was like my first quick sketch. Then I went over here, kind of drew this one here, and then this is the one I kind of ended up with. It's going to be 3 boxes, each one about 4 feet long. And what I'm not showing on this one here is it'll be 4 feet by 2 feet and 6 feet tall. So what I'm not showing on here is that I'm going to do a 3-foot opening. And then I'm going to do 1 foot by 2 foot in the back here where I'm going to build their nesting boxes. So they have built-in nesting boxes, and they're starting to be pulling nesting boxes in and out of the rabbit hutch. So we're going to get started with that here in a little bit. The only thing I'm still contemplating is, do I want these to go straight up so they'll be like outside sorry, I'm having issues today. So they'll be outside of the board going across, or am I going to cut it and then so they're all attached together, and it'll make it easier to attach everything to it. So I'll figure that one out here in a little bit once I do that. But the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build my bottom framing for so I'm gonna build the 12 foot by 2 foot framing, and then once I get the framing done, I'm gonna staple the wire on it using these what are they, poultry net staples. So I'm gonna use those, and out of the whole project, I think the wire was probably the most expensive part of all this purchase here. So I was hoping I would have been good with one of these, but the only reason I bought 2 was because this is only 10 feet long, and obviously I'm going to go 12 feet, so I would have been 2 feet shy. So that's why we ended up going this route here. Actually, no, I just thought about it, and I'm gonna say I messed up, but if I would have, which is fine because I was gonna put the netting from here going that way. But if I'm doing, well, if I'm doing 12 feet and each one's 3 feet, so 12 feet, and that was 30 inches. Maybe if I would have gone this way, 2 feet each, I might have had enough, because then you have 2, 4, 6, 8, at least 8, and then 10. Because how wide is it? It's 30 inches wide, so it would have been a little bit shy. Yeah, it's only 30 inches high. So now I'll just go that way. That way I only have one connection at the end. But if you guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so let me get started with this here, and then we'll go from there. All right, so I have my outside framed out. As you can see, I have one here, no one out there. So I'm gonna do the middle ones now. I did do a change. Instead of going 2 feet across this way, I just ended up going 30 inches up here. Since the wire's 30, it'll make it easier. Then I don't have to cut anything on it. So, excuse me. So I'm gonna do the middle parts right now. So I should go 4 feet. So it should be one here, I believe, like one around here, and then one more there. So I'm gonna measure that out and then go cut my boards for it, put them in, and then I'll get back with you guys. All right, so I have it all spray them down and stuff. So if you look, it'll be from here to here. This one here will be one cage area, because this here's where the nesting box will start, so that they can have babies, their babies and stuff. So I did 3 of them. I only have 2 breeding females right now, and the buck will probably go on this one here, but eventually I want to have 3 breeding females, and well, that's till I want to have a total of 6 breeding females and 2 bucks. So eventually, once I do that, I'll put another female in here, and then I'll probably end up building another one of these, maybe 4 by 30, and then just 2 cages in it for the bucks. So then that way we don't have that issue. And this middle part I wasn't gonna put it in just yet. I was gonna wait a little bit, but then I figured it'd probably be easier to do it now before the netting goes on. So I went ahead and just did that now. And I'm gonna start putting the netting on next. I'll probably shoot some video of that, not too much of it. So if you want to know the dimensions, so this is obviously 12 feet by 30 feet. So these inside ones here were cut 27 inches each. So that way, because each one of these is about, I know they're supposed to be 2 by 4, but they're actually just an inch and a half. Inch and a half, so that'd be 3 feet and 30 inches minus 3 inches is 27 inches. So that's how I did that there. And then the only downside to making it 30 inches is I'd calculated everything to be 2 feet exactly going across this way. So now I'm going to probably be short some wood. But what I'm going to do is these are the scraps of wood I have so far, and they're about 14 inches. So this ain't going to go to waste, because what I'll do with these is I'll use them to make the doors once we get to that point. So I'm just going to put these off to the side, and they'll get used. So hopefully not too much of it will go to waste. But yeah, so that's it for here. Let me get everything set up to put the wire down on it, and like I said, I'll shoot a little bit of video on that, and then we'll go from there. All right, so I have everything set up. I have my box of staples up and stuff. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start on this. I don't know, it doesn't really matter what side you start on, but we're gonna start over here. Let me grab one of these here. And these are just like nails. They're just a little bit harder to put in sometimes. And actually, let me take off one glove, which I'll probably regret later. I'll probably end up hitting myself with it or something later, and end up regretting that. I can already feel the wire going into my hand, but all right, so here we go. Do one of these here. That came out a little bit, but that's all right. You can see we have a little bit of an overhang on this side, which kind of sucks because I'm going to have to cut it now anyways. But let me put the gloves back on, because that wire is kind of hard to work with and hurting my hands a little bit. But all right. So I'm going to come over to this side here. Let's try to flatten this out as best as possible and make sure it's somewhat straight. Like I said, this is a little hard with gloves on, but when you're dealing with the wire, you probably want to make sure you have gloves on. Got all bent on me, but that's fine. Nothing, we're just going to kind of so I'm going to go up about every 6 and put a nail in it, or a staple. These are a little hard to work with. So let me put another one over here since this one didn't go in that good, just to make sure we have it somewhat properly secured. Yeah, I don't know why that's not wanting to go in. I'll put one more here, and we should be good to go. Once I have it all put in, I will I'll test it out to see how it's looking. We'll go from there. Let me take these off right here. Yeah, these I don't know why. These don't want to go in at all. No, I can't even get this one off. Let's see if I can. Nope. Crowbar. Got all sorts of tools. Somewhat handy. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why. That one there didn't want to go in. Let me try over here since it's not wanting to go in there. Nah. Yeah. All right, I'm going to go over on this corner here first. Come up to at least right here, and then we'll go from there. So let me get that done. It looks like I'm going to have to cut some of it back here. So I didn't go the exact 30 inches, but oh well, it happens. Let me get that done, and then I'll come back and show you guys. All right, let me show you guys what I got so far. So I have it all the way up to pretty much the end. I just still got to do nailing this side here, but I want to show you guys what I'm doing with. I rolled it out, and obviously that was only 10 feet. This 11 feet here, which means it was going to end up somewhere around here. I was going to have to figure out a way to tie it, so I just ended up cutting it right at the what is this, 8 feet mark here, at the 8 foot mark here, and attaching it here. So I ended up doing that just to so I wouldn't have to figure out a way to try to tie it together in the middle here. So I did that, and then you can see right here there's a little bit pull out there, and that is because as I'm stapling these ones in, I'm using this right here, putting it in here like that and going like that to pull it to make it somewhat tight. So yeah, so I'm going to get this on. I'm going to cut this excessive piece off here. I'm going to cut off the excessive piece to there, and then we'll go from there. And then here on this middle one, I'm just kind of putting like 2 just for supports. I have one here and one there, just kind of putting those in there for a little bit extra support. Not that it really needs it, but I figured it won't hurt either. So let me finish this up, and I'll get back with you guys. All right, so I have all my edges cut on it, so we're good to go. It is a little heavy, and it's going in the chicken coop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually move this toward the chicken coop, and then start working on my legs. I got 2, 4, 6, 8. I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. All right, so I should be good to get my legs completed. And what time is it? It's 11:45. Still kind of early, so I might actually get further along in this project today than I expected, which is good because there's other stuff I have to do. So yeah, let me move this. I'm just gonna move it by the coop right now, and then take some measurements in the coop, see where it's going to go, and then we'll go from there. All right, so I got my legs cut. These two are my front legs, these two are my back legs, and I don't know how good that's coming on camera, but they're a little bit of that bad. As you can see, kind of at a 15-degree angle, just so there's a little bit of a slope on the roof for when it rains and stuff. So, and then I marked them 2 feet down because I want to be 4 feet by 4 feet long by 2 feet tall, and then lengthwise will be 30 inches. So got those cut, got some extra pieces there that I'll find something to use for, and then I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of wood here, which is more than enough to get the middle legs. I just don't know how I'm gonna do those yet. These are going on the outside, so that's an easy thing there, but I gotta figure out how I'm gonna put the middle legs in there. But yeah, so let me get these set up and then we'll go from there. All right, let me show you guys kind of how I'm doing this. It's a little hard. I tried to use a clamp, but the clamp it wasn't holding up to it, and looks like I might have not cut the wiring off on this side here. So I'm just gonna grab this hammer here and see if I can't just bend it. Yep, just like so. All right, that should be good. Phone watch keeps acting up over here. Let me all right, so kind of have this here marked. Let me see where it's gonna go. It's gonna go right there, like so. I don't know what's going on with my drill, but I think my drill bits are a little weak. They're not as sharp as they once were. These are metal and wood ones, and I was drilling through some metal with them, so I think they might have dulled out. So I'm gonna have to probably purchase some. I think I have some extra ones somewhere, but we'll see. All right. I'm not gonna lie, the bottom one's actually a lot easier just because it's the what's the word I'm looking for? Because it's on the floor. All right. Let me. I might need help lifting it up, but I don't know. We'll see. All right. All right, I'm gonna do the bottom one now, but I'm not gonna record that part. Just kind of show you guys how I'm putting this in. I've already put those two over there, and so I just gotta get this bottom one, and I should be able to lift it and go from there. Of course, I'm wearing gloves, so it's not wanting to stop recording. All right, so I checked it, and like the best angle I could get on it here is coming down to here. So we're gonna have to cut a lot more than I wanted to, but oh well, that's fine. It still gives me over a foot. It's like 17 inches back here. I already checked that side over. That's gonna be the same. So just gonna use my rip saw to cut. I gotta put a straight blade on it though, because the blade I have on it right now it's all crooked. So I gotta make sure it's a straight cut on it. And I'm gonna check up here because obviously the angle, I'm gonna have to cut some more off of up here. All right, let me show you guys what I have so far. So I put a board here across just to support the roof, and then I did one obviously on the other side too. I put all the legs in. I was gonna run the 12-foot one going across the top, but I'm gonna need some supports for it. So I'm gonna do the back. I measured it like up to, this is where it's gonna come down to. It's about 13 inches. So I'm gonna do a one for each of these. So I'm gonna cut out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 for the back at 13 inches. Obviously the front's going to be a little bit higher. So let me do the back first, and then I'll come back and do the front. In the meantime, I'll put my phone to charge. But yeah, so we'll do that, and hopefully we'll get everything I expect to get done, at least this side up, and then the back walls here, and then the framing. So pretty much it'll just be the framing that'll hopefully be done today. And then I'm gonna have to go and price out the plywood for the back, the sides, the roof, and all that. So yeah, that's what we got so far, and it's going slowly but surely. All right, so I got my front top beam here, and these going across. So the back's gonna have a piece of just plywood all the way across the back to cover it. Same thing with the sides over there. And then these here, I'm gonna put a piece of plywood on the side here. From here, I gotta figure out a way to put wood from here down that way. From let me go to the top here. From like this corner here, let me see, I'm trying to, so from like this edge here going down that way, a piece of a 2x4 on the top here, so that it'll be an extra support. But I think I'll probably do them, I don't know, maybe here in the middle, I'm not sure, but I'll figure that out. And then there's going to be plywood here in the front. I'll probably end up putting another piece of board somewhere here, so I could put a hatch that opens down. I'll probably put the hatch on top, but I'll have it open down so I could come in and look at the babies and stuff when they're in here. And then I'll probably put like a little hole here so the rabbits can get in and out. And there'll be a plywood here, and obviously there'll be plywood out here. So then plywood here, same thing here. So the setup's gonna be the same all the way down. So yeah, we're getting there. So hopefully, I gotta put beams like these here going across the top, because I keep having a duck right here. And then you see how it's kind of, the fence is coming down right here. So I'm gonna put a beam across to hold it up. So I'll put two, one on each side, and then I got to finish putting up here, but that's another project. So I'm gonna see if I can do this right now, the wood going across the top here. I don't know if I should have big enough pieces, I hope, but I just don't know how the angle is gonna be. I don't have any way of establishing the angles that great. So let me figure that out. And then my price went up from 151 to 191. I had to go buy another box of decks of wood screws, so I bought this bigger box here. I got them at Tractor Supply, because I had to go get chicken feed for the chickens, so I just got them there. I'm sure if I would have gone to Lowe's, it would probably been like $10 cheaper, but oh well. So yeah, my price is now at 191.08 for this project so far. But let me see if I can figure something out for this top part, and we'll go from there. All right, so here's everything I have so far. I just showed you guys pretty much everything. I just added those boards on the top going across to extra support for the roof. It is 4:20. Once I started this project around 9:30 or so. So let's see, 9:30. Hold on, 9:30. So it took about 7 hours just to get this done, and I had to go to the store to get more screws and get them feed. So I say it's probably about, altogether, probably about a 2-day project. So I got to measure out all this here. Obviously the wood on this one here, it's not going to go on the outside, it's going to go on the inside here. So it'll be in here. Yeah, it'll be in here, and then on there it'll be on the outside. And then over here it's mainly going to be wire. I'll figure out how to set up my doors and stuff for it, but I'll probably put a door on this side, another one on this side, and then on this side here, have them open this way. And then the goal is that I'm going to put a water on them, maybe on that side over there, put a bucket on the side here, just put something here with a bucket, and then have the bucket be able to water all of them, so they have water and stuff, and it's not something I really got to worry about. And then there's still room at the bottom for the chickens, so it's not taking up any room for the chickens. And I'm hoping the chickens will decompose their poop, even though I know I can use it fresh like that, but I figured then it'll be mixed in with the chickens' compost, and then use it for the plants and stuff. But that's gonna be it for this video here. I don't know if I should paint it or not. If you guys think I should paint it, leave a comment below. Let me know yay or nay on the painting and what color to paint it, because I have no idea what color to paint it. So let me know. I mean, I could just go with plain white, or go, I don't know, something fancy or something different. But yeah, leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think of, if I should paint it, or any ideas on anything like I could do different to improve it right now before I start putting the walls and stuff up. But yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna throw a tarp over it just to keep the chickens from going onto it and roosting and getting out. So yeah, the tarp's just a deterrent for the chickens, so they don't go on it. But thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.